welcome to Fifth Dimension. So for today's reading, we're going to be taking a look at December spiritual guidance messages for you. So mind you, if you're watching this reading at a later time, it's still timeless, so just whenever you're watching it. For pile number 1, we're going to be using the Smokey Quartz as well as the 𝐻𝐿 Tarot deck. For pile 2, we're going to use the Angel Aura Cluster as well as the Astral Matrix Tarot deck. For pile number 3, we're going to use the Clear Quartz with the Nightmare Before Christmas Tarot deck. And I've already pulled an energy check, that way you're going to know if this is going to resonate with you or not. Alright, loves, I'll see you at your piles. Hi, pile number 1, thank you for joining me for your reading. If you chose this Smokey Quartz as well as the 𝐻𝐿 Tarot deck, then you're at the right place. Before I get into any messages though, I do want to look at your energy check-in, which is number 44, the Divine Matrix. So 44 might be significant to somebody, as it was also the last number that stayed in my head from the intro was 44 seconds. So 4444. Divine Matrix, it feels like something is shifting for you as far as like realizations. Connecting something energetically with actual physical steps is sort of what I'm getting. If that's the process that you're in, it sort of feels like waiting for some guidance and then taking steps. Waiting for some guidance and then taking steps. But it feels like pulling something down and laid it down on the ground. If that makes sense. I saw a noodle. I literally saw like a wet noodle being pulled down and then like laid out. I don't know. Anyways. So let's go ahead and actually let me pause really quick. Alright, pile number 1. So let's go ahead and pull a few oracles for you. I have 3 different decks that I want to pull energies from. We have the card of anxiety first and foremost. I have a feeling like something's spilling over into different aspects of your life. It may be like stress or emotions. Something spilling over. That's what I keep on hearing. Something spilling over into something else and it's causing you anxiety. Messages for pile number 1. I just want one of this. Okay. Alright, so we have the card of anxiety, card number 18. We have card 33, door to romance. We have the card of facade. Trust your path. If you knew you would be supported, what would you do? As well as you're already doing it. Stop overthinking and keep facing your true north. So for some of you, this is very clearly going to be about moving into another level of either commitment. Yeah, I'm hearing commitment. A level of a commitment, a level of romance, or just like opening yourself up to. And this is actually causing you a lot of anxiety because it just feels like something that might throw you off of your path, something that might make, I'm hearing, overcomplicate. So clearly a very specific situation that's already, it doesn't feel like, or it could be actually, sort of like wanting to create real change as far as bringing in romance or being open to that. Give me a second. I got frog throat. So this feels like 2 different scenarios. So the first scenario is really giving me, for those of you needing guidance on manifesting a romantic connection, a relationship of some sort. For others of you, this is more about like just opening yourself up. So like no scenario already written out that's causing you anxiety. And it just feels like it's either the unknowingness of how to bring things forward into like a real tangible relationship or commitment, or if that's not your situation, then it just sort of feels like feeling confused of how to open yourself up and really put guards down, because facade always gives me like all that fluff and fog, wearing masks, right? So like keeping surface level and not really allowing people to like clearly have a view of who you are as a person or getting to know you in a real deep level. So there may be difficulty in your energy or worry in your energy about how to really go about beginning to do that. But clearly the guidance is saying you're essentially already doing it. So there's a level of you that is overthinking very clearly. That's this card, right? There's a level of you that's overthinking, and it's almost like overkill, because I see like running scenarios through and really feeling like, okay, you gain a sense of potentials, but then all of a sudden you just start to run those potentials straight into walls, almost like defeating yourself before you ever have the potential. So remember, your thoughts are very, to keep track of where your thoughts are in regards to whatever it is that you're trying to pull down as a noodle. To remember, or not remember, to just really have a strong awareness of what those thoughts are, because essentially that's what you're pulling down. So yes, potentials, creating potentials, even though they're not being laid out or playing out in that way, but at the same time then allowing it to just play itself out to you is sort of what I'm getting, because I feel like there's a lack of action. Is that correct? Yeah, because I'm hearing inaction. There's a lack of action on your end to either open yourself up or to take any actual physical steps towards, because of the scenarios that you're running in your head, and sort of like, I'm hearing self-sabotage, but I'm also getting like, just self-sabotage, because then I feel like you get a strong, like you build confidence and then you tear it down, is what I'm getting with the scenarios that you're playing in your head. That's not what I want. Alright, I'm going to move these to the side just because then I'm going to be very conscious of not knocking them over. So what do we need to know for pile number 1 in regards to this specific scenario? Why are you doing this to me? Just kidding. This is not going well. I'm feeling really anxious. I'm feeling very hyper aware of how I'm being perceived right now on the video. So there may be something about that going on in your energy, about like a hyper awareness of how you're being perceived. And that may actually in itself become a block. Messages for pile number 1, please, in regards to this current situation. Messages for, okay. Yes, we have the Tower. We have the 7 of Swords. It's literally the same energy. I said like it's like the mask that you wear, to the barrier that you build to keep people away, like really. That's needing to fall away. I feel like you have the awareness of that. Is that what that is? Pulling the noodle down. The awareness of bringing something into something real. Like something that's just an idea, like making it something real. With the 6 of Cups, this is again giving me that spilling over energy as far as like emotions. So regardless of what your situation is, if there's a existing situation that's causing you anxiety, to like be vulnerable, or if it's just the fear of being vulnerable in general but longing for some type of romantic connection in the physical versus just in your fantasies is sort of what I'm hearing. There's this like spillover of emotions. It sort of feels like having like high hopes set on something, and that's why there's such fear as far as like, I want it so bad that I might just like rather just leave it alone, because if I don't grasp it and lay it out in the way that I envisioned it in my fantasies, then it's just not worth it. Something like that. Only take that how it resonates. What else? You're already doing it. I'm getting emphasis on that. You're already doing it. You're overthinking everything. If it feels good, go for it. And then if you need more time to reevaluate, stop in those tracks. But don't prevent yourself from taking a step, is what I'm getting. Take a step forward. And if you feel like, okay, I need like really sit and get a nice grip into this step that I'm in before I can take another one. That's sort of what I'm getting. But like they're strong, like they're wanting to shake you. They're wanting to shake shit up for you. And they might. You may be having events. You may have events or just like feelings, or I don't know. Somebody might be shaking shit up for you, if not already. All right, we have the Ace of Swords. We have the Three of Pentacles. Clarity, move. Clarity, move. Yes, remember I said in the beginning about like waiting for guidance and then taking a step, and then waiting for guidance and then taking a step, or at least that's how you're playing it out in your head. I don't know that you've actually taken any steps, but you played it out in your head. 5, the Hierophant. And then we have the 4 of Swords. Yeah. Okay. So here's what I'm getting. I'm getting like, definitely there's a lot of overthought going on. Very clearly, your guys are wanting you to ease that with the 4 of Swords coming out. Okay, ease that. Like, take a step back. Because there's a part of you that wants to be like really, really sure about like a route. Is a route or like the way of going about something. And while I'm hearing like logically that makes sense, like the more that you run scenarios through, like the more prepared that you would be for the situation, but that's at least your mentality, I feel, in going into that. But then you just like work yourself up is the thing, and then it just like blocks everything. So in order to switch this finally, because I feel like there's like this pouring over, or this wanting of pouring over, so it may be like bottled up, like this need to move. Yes. Yeah, bottled up, this need to move. So the Page of Pentacles would be move, right? But it's just like there's a lot of resistance, okay? So this is a message that has been coming on a lot in the collective. I feel like collectively, energetically, when we get to the point of the end of the year, there's this feeling that we get energetically of release, right? Because that's what's happening in nature all around us. The trees start to let go of what they previously grew, and without any emphasis on what's to come, right? Nature just does it. Nature just releases and allows, knowing that next spring will come, and everything, what's meant to bloom will bloom in the next spring based off of what sunlight and water you give it. Okay, all of that attention and nurturing that you give to stuff in your life. And I feel like there's seeds that you've been planting. I'm getting with the Page of Pentacles that you've been putting a lot of hope into, but you're afraid to water it. There's resistance in giving towards it for the fear of, like I said, maybe of it not playing out in the way that you wanted it. But I'm strongly getting it's time to water it. There's that overflow that's coming through. It's time to water. And like I was saying, because I got so distracted, there was a part where I was saying about, like, logically it makes sense to think that, like, the more you run through scenarios in your mind, the more clear you'll get on it. But I think that's actually having the opposite effect for you, because I feel like there's a level to where you get to where you're clear, and then all of a sudden you, like, undo it. Because you go from being clear and then being excited to all of a sudden, when it comes to, like, taking that step, yeah, that's exactly what it is. When it comes to taking that step, there's a fear that it's not going to go the way that you envisioned it. And there's just, like, too much hope put into it to allow that scenario to potentially exist, to potentially to play out in a way other than how you hope. So here's the thing. You're overthinking it. I don't know what this is. It could very well be a connection. Doesn't have to be, but it's just something that you really want in your heart, right? Something that you keep close to you. We have the King of Pentacles, something that will make you fulfill, something that you feel will bring in stability and fulfillment and growth for years to come. Is what I'm getting. But you're just not planting the seeds because of that. The only thing, the main strong guidance I'm getting is about awareness. Awareness of your thoughts when you're planning. Or, like, it doesn't have to be like specific planning, but just like when you're fantasizing in your head, when you're thinking in your head, running through scenarios. Stop once you're clear. And there's going to need some breaking free here. You're overthinking of what if this step, this step, this step. There's a need to do. Remember I said take that step, and, like, even if you need to, like, ground into that first step and just stay there for a while until you gain, like, perspective before taking the next one. But that's what I'm getting, okay? We have the Emperor in reverse in the back. There's that hesitation to take. Okay, so the Emperor is coming out in upright, or it didn't come out right, but I'm called to mention the energy because it's coming out here. So upright, it's about motion, it's about action, it's about, yeah, and Emperor takes actions, right? It is a person who, I keep on hearing the word conquer, but whatever that means for you, right? It's just about seeking, setting sights, and going for it. In reverse, it's like the refusal to, the resistance to. So I think that's the main thing, is just the shift of the perspective, because I feel like you're the only one blocking yourself. I think it's a mental block. But the guidance for you is to really just anchor yourself in taking a step forward. Yeah, the Nine of Pentacles, same thing. This is about stability for you, I feel. I feel like there's this, the fear wall is there, the fear block is there, but the fear block is there because this unwillingness to put yourself in a potential of unsteadiness, instability. Like, that's not something you're comfortable with doing. That's coming up very clearly to me. But that's okay. That's okay. That's okay that you are not, it's just a matter of, I keep on hearing baby steps, taking a step forward, taking a step forward. If this is an existing connection, taking a step and bringing the facade down, bringing the guard down, and opening up, even if it's just a little bit at a time. Open up, retreat. Open up, retreat. Open up, retreat until it becomes more comfortable. If it's just opening yourself up to a new, or just like opening yourself in general to intimacy, that gives you anxiety, I'm going to say it's the same guidance. It's about, like, taking steps. It's about watering these seeds, because you've already planted all the seeds. I feel like it's as you water as needed, because if you're not seeing any growth in something, it's because you're not watering it. That's what I'm getting, Okay? So that means the action. Because the seeds, I feel like the intentions, the mental part is the seed is very much planted, okay? But you're overthinking it. Anything else we need to know? We have justice here with allowing things to come into balance. I feel like you have a lot of pressure on yourself, I feel, to control the situation, perhaps. Yeah. Because of the stability. There's the fear of things being shaken up just a little bit too much. That's very heavily coming out in your energy, and that's okay, like I said. But it's a matter of allowing some things you just can't control. Well, actually everything, right? Everything outside of us, outside of our responses, decisions, behaviors, is the only thing we can really control, and everything else you just gotta allow to flow sometimes. Even if it's not playing out in the way that you imagined it, you're putting too much pressure and you're creating way too much resistance for something that feels like it shouldn't have too much resistance. The seeds are already all planted and everything's already laid out. It's just a matter of watering it, okay? I'm gonna get you guidance messages, final guidance messages, one from this animal deck and then one from this shaman. Guardian angel, you are not alone. Alright, so we have traveler, move in a new direction. Yeah, it's about movement. It's just moving. So the direction is really just taking a step. Taking a step. And if you feel it there, that you're uncomfortable there, then take another step in another direction. But it's about really motion. Motion is being indicated here. Owl Spirit, card number 43, you see clearly now. So yeah, there is perspective that you have, and I think it's just a matter of understanding that it's okay to have the fear of the unsteadiness, and it's okay for things not to play out in exactly the scenarios that you're playing out in your head. Now, there's a part of you that needs to trust. Huge part of you that needs to trust, mostly in yourself. Mostly in yourself, because I feel like you're not giving yourself enough credit for the amount of discernment that you have in making the best decisions for you in your life. You're not giving yourself enough credit, and I see that you are like already like a stable person, and there's a part of you that doesn't trust yourself to guide yourself. You're afraid of getting lost off of that stable path and then not being able to find your way back, and that's why you're blocking whatever this is. However, there's a need to trust yourself. You've built enough of a level of discernment to have gotten you to how stable your energy is coming out, how grounded your energy feels in knowing the direction that you're headed in life, what you want for yourself. And so the need to trust that. Okay? That's what I got for you, pile number 1. If these messages, if this reading resonated, please do me the favor of liking, subscribing, commenting. If you're interested in a personal reading, email me. Until we vibe again. Hi, pile number 2. Thank you for joining me for your reading. If you chose this Angel Aura Cluster and the Astro Matrix Tarot, you're at the right place. I'm going to start off with your energy check-in. So you got the card 26 with great big love. Right away, the first thing I heard was heart healing. Level unlocked. I just heard like the little ding and then... Okay, so that gives the indication of something that you closed off. I almost feel like something that you got through that is bringing in like reward. And I don't mean it in like, because I hate when there's like, I don't know, that indication of I've been good and I've fought hard, so the universe is giving me a coin. It's not like that. It's sort of just like clearing, an energy clearing. So basically you've rewarded yourself in whatever energy clearing you've created within your own heart space. It feels nice. It feels very high vibe, and it feels very like optimistic, and it feels very hopeful. So if that is resonating with you, oh, we're not even starting with tarot. This is your pile, okay? Yeah, sorry, I'm all over the place. Anyways, pile number 1, December messages, December guidance messages for pile number, oh, 2, pile number 2, my bad. Pile number 2, December messages for pile number 2. I have like meditation music playing in my little headphones, and I don't know if that either like helped me focus. I feel like it did for pile number 1, but I feel like it's distracting me right now. Okay. December guidance, pile 2. Okay, I need another one for that one. My bad. Oh, I guess we're taking 3. Dazed off because I'm hearing a lot of scattered messages, but nothing's really focused. Incoming? Incoming. Something's incoming. Alright. We have the card of adjacent possibilities, number 24. We have the card of awakening, energetic upgrades, a new way of being, integration. Yeah, that's what I was getting, like level up, level unlocked. Elevation in, like your frequency, like your vibe, like the heaviness of what you carried in your heart just feels less, is what I'm getting. Inner temple, devotion, tune into the portal of your heart. Is there somebody with bass on? Yeah, I feel vibration. Oh, yeah, they're hardcore. Okay, sorry. I couldn't hear that. Hold on. Okay, sorry. I was like, why am I vibrating right now? Not supposed to be. All right, protection. Call back your power, cut the cords, soul retrieval. Ooh. I saw a drain, and I saw you feeling exhausted, crying perhaps. I saw like, you know, like the under eye bags, so maybe like sleepless nights. There's something that you're giving too much of your energy to, but we'll get into that. And then we have destiny. When I first saw this one, I read density. Okay, so it's not density. This is not science class. What's up with the base, though? Is my question. Can you just, like, hurry, sir? Okay. I feel like whatever you... Okay, there's, like, you're in a crossroads. Not a crossroads. A cross station. You're at a cross station, pile number 2. Because I feel like you emptied out I was going to say timeline. Potential. You cleared out a potential. Did you, though? Yes. Sorry, it's coming through funny. I'm seeing a vacuum. You cleared out a potential that you were putting a lot of energy into. I wasn't saying intention, but you were putting a lot of energy into a specific potential that was causing you perhaps sleepless nights, perhaps a lot of crying, a lot of tears. Oh, it was like physically exhausting you, specifically with your heart energy. but you're clearing this out, and you're sort of like at an energetic cross station. And I see cross station because of the adjacent possibilities. I see this as because you cleared out whatever storyline potential that you were really putting a lot of energy into, you brought it back in order to protect yourself because of whatever it was causing. Remember, that's the first emphasis that I think I saw was sadness underneath the eyes. So because you cleared this out, it just sort of like your energy is free to flow in new directions. Okay. Your energy is free to flow in new directions, and you're sort of at this energetic cross station. But it's for purpose. It's for purpose of some direction that you're supposed to go in. So if you feel like sort of jumbled and lost, which I feel like you might, because you're just like, I already was at this cross station. Like, I made a decision and I went for it. So why am I back here? It's like you got sucked out of that potential, and then you got shoved right back in the cross station. And now it's just like, okay, now what now? Which door? Because I had chosen door, and I was very sure about that door. And now it's a matter of perhaps fear, but it's so potential. So it's something you should be excited about, because essentially, like, you choose which door you're going to put your energy into next. And whichever door you choose, no matter which door it is part of your destiny. So let's go ahead and see more messages. This sounds pretty. I love this. And it's coming through very clearly. Oh, I'll get it right now. Let me just get a few more messages for pile number 2 in regards to whatever this beautiful energy is. It feels good. It feels like in pulling back your energy and getting back into wholeness is what I'm getting. That's what, like, is bringing, like, the ding that I saw at the beginning. I was just like, level up. Achievement unlocked. Messages for pile number 2. Two more. Not 3 more. Okay, there it is. Alright. Okay, I'm back to focusing. I was just scattered in the beginning. I'm clear now. Okay. I'm going to move these to the side, and I'll bring them back in view if I feel like I need to. So, we have the 2 of Swords. We have the 2 of Wands. 10 of Cups. That's that great big love. 9 of Wands. Page of Pentacles. 3 of Pentacles. Knight of Swords. Ace of Cups. Okay. I heard I hate being a noob. Like, there's a part of you that doesn't like starting over. Well, no shit, right? Nobody does. Like, you don't like being at the beginning, at the beginner's level of anything. That's what I'm getting. But that's okay, because it feels like a very temporary thing. So, okay. Whichever door you choose to walk through, okay, I feel like you're going to be intuitively guided towards a choice regardless, remember what I say, whatever you choose, regardless, that's your destiny. Okay? So you're going to start off as a noob, but you will quickly jump. There's the Ace of Cups, we have the Ten of Cups. So it's a very, like, quick transition. Obviously, in starting, in the beginning steps, there's the what feels, it could be resistance, but it could just be challenge. It could be like guardedness. It could be just uneasiness, discomfort, growing pains. I'm getting. But I feel like those will quickly be like pushed through. Like if you're having worry right now about decisions, which feel like very important to what's to come in your future, less worry, more trust, and just because I feel like there's a part of you that doesn't feel prepared. What does that mean anyways, right? Like, when are we ever really prepared? I'm just kidding. I need another strength. I feel like there's nothing that you should be worrying about. Obviously, we all worry, right? But it's just a matter of, like, really, it's a waste of your energy. If at all there's worry, like, preparedness. You have the level of preparedness that you need to handle the growing pains that you're going to have to deal with in order to jump through. I feel like the path is going to be so clear. Like the moment you get in there, yes, there's going to be discomfort. You're just like, oh, I hate like being in the beginning processes, that they just feel so uncomfortable, and you got to do all this learning. Maybe you got to be trained. Just kidding. Maybe you're the one doing the training. I don't know. But it's like for good purpose. It's just like a matter of like, okay, yeah, you get through that little ickiness and then boom, clear path ahead. It's just going to flow. Right? Watch the tower come out. Just kidding. No, it's the Wheel of Fortune, actually. So yeah, that's going to confirm, it's just going to flow. It's just going to flow, and it may feel like all of a sudden you're just like, whoa, I expected this to like take some time. But no, it feels like steady flow. It doesn't necessarily have to be something that moves very fast paced, but it does feel like something that comes in and it's just like, okay, steady flow. And at least that's the way it's coming out energetically. I feel like that was a very clear read. That's good. Yeah, whatever heart clearing you've done in protecting your energy is doing wonders, because now you've been popped right back into the, what did I call it? Station? I don't know. You've been popped right back in there, and you're like ready for what's next. Well, I don't know if you're ready, but be ready, because it's happening, whether you like it or not. It is your destiny. All right. Okay. Added. Yeah, there we go. That was quick. Stag spirit, take the lead. Yeah, like you have a level of preparedness that you're like worried that you're not going to be prepared, but you have a level of preparedness that you're not giving yourself enough credit for. Okay? Absolutely. I feel like you've been through a few of these doors and been popped back. Actually, pile number 2. One more, please. Trader, exchange energy to create abundance. Yeah, this is absolutely conscious energy exchange. So this is knowing. This is, remember in the beginning I said you pulled your energy back, you cleared your heart for the sake of protection. And here it is right here. Because you've protected yourself, you have an abundant amount of resource, a plethora of heart energy that's really going to allow you to, are you creating abundance for yourself? Yes. Exchange energy to create abundance. Take the lead. Yeah, you're absolutely taking the lead in and creating abundance for yourself. So if any worries, if any confusion, if any, like maybe you've even been disappointed, like you're back at square one, and you're just like, I hate this. Trust that it's going to be okay. You're on your track. You're right on track to where your destiny is leading you, okay? Don't you doubt that, pile number 2. But that is what I got for you. If this resonated, do me the favor. Liking, subscribing, commenting, all that. I was going to do this, but don't do that. Stupid. Just do the thing until we vibe again. Hi, pile number 3. Thank you for joining me for your reading. If you chose the Clear Quartz and the Nightmare Before Christmas deck, then you're at the right place. So first, let's go ahead and take a look at your main energy. So we have card number 14, Beautiful Uncaging. I mean, that's literally what that is, right? It's just heart activation. That sounds very funny, right? Like a robot. Somebody pushed your red button. But that's kind of what it feels like, actually. Yeah. Okay. So let's go ahead and get oracle messages for you in regards to this beautiful uncaging. Definitely the beginning of something. Having the key to unlock something, but maybe not necessarily having done so quite yet. Sort of what I'm getting. Ooh, I just noticed all the fire. Why didn't I notice that at first? Desire. I hear that song. I'm not going to sing it, but I was about to. Alright, so let's go ahead and see what we get about this heart energy for pile number 3, December spiritual guidance messages for pile number 3. Actually, let me get 2 of those. Guidance messages for pile number 3. Not that guy again with the base. One more. Alright. Last one. Just one. Pile number 3. Nope. The card Wisdom showed itself to me. Okay, let's go ahead and see what we got. We have card number 14. 1414, Carrying Connections. Google 1414, see what that says. Let me put it up here. Ooh, I love how this reading is starting already. Then we have transformation. Things are changing at a cellular level. Deep healing. So that may be what's going on in the heart energy. Is there's a deep healing or some sort of change. I'm still going to go with activation. Somebody pushed the button. Just kidding. Break the chain. Ancestral patterns. Healing again is being emphasized. And rewriting the future. Oh, let me show you the card. So letting go of something that was holding chains onto you. This could be energetically, but it could be like in your external life. We have the card of faith right here. Ooh, very spiritual. Divinely guided. And then we have the card of 21 with strategy. Quite the divine path you're on your way towards. It feels like a blank canvas. Yeah, absolutely. Rewriting the future, and then the strategy here. The carrying connections with the beautiful uncaging. And then some sort of transformation that you're being asked to have faith in. A lot of healing also being emphasized. So this is a transformation from internal to external is what I'm getting. So internally, something about you is changing. I heard change my mind. changed my mind. Okay. About what? I feel like I heard you're being asked to have faith, but then I also heard you are having faith. You're grounding yourself in faith at this time. Maybe that's what's causing transformation internally, is that faith is shifting something in your energy to belief. Faith is shifting hope into belief. Ooh, that sounds awesome. Don't go into the flame. All right, so far we have the Knight of Potions. That's essentially the Knight of Cups, okay? We have the Five of Presents, which is the Five of Pentacles. The Seven of Potions, which is the Seven of Cups. Fear, okay, so let me go back to that before I look at anything else. I heard the loss, the fear of loss, and then when I brought this one up, I heard fear is an illusion, okay? But we'll get into the messages that I get right now. We have the Three of Presents, which is the Three of Pentacles. Queen of Candles, which is the Queen of Wands. I feel a little scattered. Let me pause. Okay, so you're I'm trying to remember how it came out. You're breaking through fears and seeing clearly now. Is that what it was? Oh my God, I heard it so clearly and then I lost it as soon as I put play. Yes, that's what it was. Pushing past fears. You're pushing past fears because you can see clearly now. And then I heard that song. I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. That was a horrible rendition, and I can't even hear myself, so that probably sounded really toned down. But whatever, I'm no singer. The King of Pentacles, King of Presents. Santa's coming home. What does that mean? Like a gift? A gift you've been wanting? That Santa's bringing you? I don't know why. No, that is way too big of a chunk. We're not doing that. Let me just get a few more. We have the Seven of Needles. I don't strongly see indication of this connecting with the main energy. I feel like this is like a different story. Like, what is happening? The breaking free, I can see. The scene clearly, okay, creating a strategy. But I don't feel like any of this really like strongly connects with what you're being asked to have faith in and this like carrying connections. With the Seven of Needles, this can typically be like the lack of trust. Lack of trust in what? The Ten of Presents. Happily ever after. Lack of trust and happily ever after. You need to have faith. Needing to have faith in your ability to write your own happy ending. Is that what the fear is? Yeah. This is a not happy ending. This is a sad ending. Four of Potions is like the Four of Cups. So the fear is to end up dissatisfied. Okay, the Emperor, the King of Pentacles. Where did I see this? I think this is pile 1 where I saw this. I'm not getting a strong read on what specifically they're letting me know. They're like, oh, you know. No, I don't. Not just coming home. Just kidding. I'm hearing like a Christmas miracle. A flame. Nothing's making sense at all whatsoever. Let me take this off. Maybe I need to hear myself in order to focus, okay? Let me clear this energy and see what comes out. Actually, let me do that. Okay, so needing to have faith in what's changing for you at this time. Okay, there we go. There's something changing. And I wasn't picking that up before. So what's changing for you? Let me shuffle it another time. What's changing for pile number 3 that they need to know about? What is changing for pile number 3? They need to... Healing is being indicated again. The Four of Swords. We have the Queen of Presents, which is the Queen of Pentacles. We have the Eight of Needles, which is the Eight of Swords. We have the Six of Potions, or the Six of Cups. The Queen of Candles came out again, so she's the Queen of Wands. We have 2 queens here. And then we have the indication of needing a pause. There was a pause, or you're maybe feeling like the need to take a pause. The feeling the need to take a pause in order to process, prepare. It starts with a P. Postpone. No, well, clearly that's what you're doing. There's something we postpone. There was something that was postponed due to healing. Is that where this comes in? Is that where the carrying connection comes in? The Page of Presents. Yes. So indication of this being time, something about timing. It was too newborn. It was too young. It was too ungrounded. There was no stability in something. There was too much that was a barrier is what I'm getting, because this is the Seven of Candles, so I'm very clearly seeing, you know, like the trademark, the guy holding the wand up against something. The star at the bottom. Why am I all over the place? I don't like that. I completely am drawing blanks as to what the energy is, and it may be because I'm looking at it from the opposite end. No, I was fine with the other readings. We have the Hanged Man, and then we have the Sun. No, I am reading this right. There was like a stall. To heal, to transform, to reflect. The very clear stall. And then indication of timing. Is the timing now? I don't understand. Because that's what's changing, perhaps, is that it's beginning, yeah. The 10 of Potions. Like, it's preparing itself. But I'm feeling like it's ripe. It's like in the oven. Yes. Ripe in the oven. I don't know. It's there. It's in the oven already. And it's about to be ready. It's about to go ding. I'm about to hear the timer. Yes, and then the Queen of Wands. I'm hearing a saying, but I can't. Something is hot. I don't know what that means. But I can't hear like the beginning part of the phrase, the something is hot, which is sort of giving like the time is now. Is that what that is? Is the timing now? For pile number 3, give me messages about timing. Please give me. It's kind of a lot. Oh no, it's only 3. Okay. The 6 of Candles. Hold on, I'm trying to grab the other one. The Star. Card number 17, the Star. And then the Hermit, yes. The time is now. You're coming out of Hermit mode. There's a few cards indicating that stall and then the postpone. Well, actually, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait. 3, 4, 5 at least cards that are indicating like a postpone, something that was postponed, but that the timing is now. The block is hot. Is that what it is? No, that might not be what it is. That might mean something completely different. So yeah, just ignore that. Okay, I'm gonna put these away. We got the 4 of Presents. Again, that stall energy. Oh, there's a reason for the stall. Yes, it was for healing. Oh, I'm sorry. He gave me very, like, sad. Look at his little face. He's just like, I'm sorry. I'm scared. That's what I'm getting. I'm sorry, I'm scared. Yeah, that's what I'm getting strongly. There's this, like, fear. It kind of feels like timidness. Should I? Something like that. Maybe that's what this is. Because it felt like brand new. The fire. Yes. Oh my god. Sorry. Because I was seeing like this. Like, but it just sort of felt like an aura. But it's fire. So it's hidden. Because it's not very like clearly showing itself to me as fire. But I feel it as warmth. So, okay, and then I'm seeing, like, sometimes, like, I'll do the stick of, like, Palo Santo, and then, like, the flame, I'm, like, trying to hold on to the flame, like, by shifting the wood. I hold on to it to the real end. And then it, like, detaches, and it's just, like, this little blue, I don't know if you've ever seen that in the flame. It's just, like, this little blue, but it's not quite lit. That's what I'm seeing very strongly. So there's, like, a warmth, but it's not quite showing itself, but it's hot, remember? So the timing for what? The Knight of Presents and Justice. To declare, I don't know, I just, I'm at this podium, the timing to declare something in action. Okay. Yeah, I'm just going to go with that. Let me get one more. One last card. One last card. The main... Okay, I guess we're taking 3 last cards. We have the 6 of Presents, the 5 of Presents, and the Ace of Candles. A back and forth. The end of the back and forth is what I'm hearing. Enough of the back and forth or the end of the back and forth. I don't know what that means. Just take it if it resonates. I'm not gonna. Ace of Candles. Yeah, this is go. It's the green light. It's time. The time is now. The block is hot. Just kidding. I don't know. I feel like I gotta end your reading because I'm getting like really in my head about what messages, and I felt like the message was very clear in the beginning, and then I just went and like messed it all up. Needing to have faith. Needing to have faith in what's changing for you at this time. There's something that's warming. You're warming up to, or you're being asked to warm up to, and it may just be like yourself. Warming yourself up? Yeah, like prepping yourself. Is that what that is? Yeah, preparing yourself. Preparing yourself in this time of change and having faith that you have the strength and power to create whatever you want for yourself. Brown bear, take time out. There was a lot of indication of healing in the beginning, right? Yeah, healing. Things are changing at a cellular level, deep healing. And then this one of breaking the chains talked about healing too. Now this card always gives me like real heart healing, which may actually be what's creating this little warm energy of the little like warm flame. I'm seeing Calcifer now very clearly. From Howl's Moving Castle. If you've ever seen that movie, I love it. Love that movie. I just have to give that movie a shout out. But so they show up, and Calcifer is essentially Howl's heart, but he's like a little talking flame. And they show up, and he wasn't being fed, right? So he wasn't being fed, and they usually give him logs, and so they give him. Oh, she was cleaning, and she left him without any wood, and it was just like, it's dead. Like, no, he's dead. Like Calcifer, because he wasn't like talking or anything, and there was like, essentially it was just like a blue. You couldn't actually see the flame of him, so they thought he was dead. And then they start to feed him, right? And then all of a sudden, like, he's okay. However, they're just like, that's Howl's heart. What? What's the point? Oh, talking about this. Sorry, the heart healing that you did essentially is like putting the log, the firewood, and there's like a little warmth going. You have a little Calcifer that you're like bringing back to life. Anyways, I got so like all over the place with that. So just take that with a grain of salt, right? If it resonates, it resonates. And if you've seen that movie, then you know what I'm talking about. Even though I explained it all ugly like that. Okay, so watch your words. This is about what you're manifesting, what you believe. Again, remember I said believing that you have the ability to write whatever story you want for yourself, and with it having a happily ever after, a happy ending, because I feel like you're the one that gets in your own way when it comes to what you affirm to be possible for you. Okay, so it's just giving me like, watch it. When you, especially when it comes to like pulling yourself into a negative train of thought and believing that you don't have the capacity to have it, because you have it. We have the star here with the dreams. We have the sun here. We have the 10 of potions. And didn't we have the 10 of presents also? Or did I make that up? I might have made it up. Okay, but I feel it. Just kidding. Let me just pull your last card and continue. Yeah, I feel it. This is fulfillment. You have the capacity to have it all. It all. The happy ending that you want. Exactly as you want it. It's just a matter of trusting in yourself. White witch, be the light. Positive. Yeah, exactly. You might have the tendency, pile number 3, to do that. To like snuff out your own flame. Don't do that. Don't snuff out. Sorry, this thing is bothering me, and it's like hooked into my choker. Whatever. Hold on. Okay, got it. Anyways, yeah, like if you have the habit of like snuffing out your own flame before it even gets really ignited. Yeah, you have that much power with your words. You absolutely do. So be sure to watch what it is that you're putting out there, because that's essentially affirming that, essentially, to the universe, right? You're convincing yourself, in other words. It doesn't matter, like, okay, even if you don't speak it out loud, if you're thinking it, if you're energetically believing, like failing before you even take the chance, that's not good. Switch it up. Switch it up to positive, potential, to trust, to belief, to allowing, to faith. Yeah, all of the above. Did I make sense in this whole reading? I don't know if I did, but oh well. That's what I got for you, pile number 3. If you found resonance with this reading, then please do me the favor of liking, subscribing, commenting, all of it.